And joining us now here in the studio is Tad McGalliard, ICMA Research Director. Tad, thanks for your time this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So let's jump right in. ARPA included more than $130 billion in direct flexible aid for local governments. Where do you see that money was most needed?
You know, it's a good question, and I think there are some places that'll tell you they didn't really even need the money. But what it does provide is a real transformative moment. It gives local governments opportunities to do things with money that they may not have been able to do in the absence of it.
And so how has this helped local governments address revenue shortfalls?
There have been some places that have had some pretty significant revenue shortfalls as a result of this, particularly those places that have economies that are based around tourism and require those kinds of taxation programs. A lot of local governments have come out of this smelling a little sweeter than they thought they might have, but the money is going to be very, very important as they work to rebuild and retest some things going forward.
And speaking of rebuilding, how important would you say these ARPA funds were to helping these local governments try to make it through this once-in-a-lifetime pandemic?
I think that story is still ready to be written because the funding is just now getting to local governments and they're starting to figure out what they want to do with it. So I think when we look down the road in 3 or 4 years, we're going to see some pretty interesting things happening here over the next few years.
And as these local governments figure out how they want to allocate that money, you've actually put together a list of resources to help these local governments best utilize these funds. Where can they find that?
So we just did a survey as well on this topic, and it outlines some very interesting information, which you can all find at icma.org.
All right, Tad, thanks for your time this morning. I appreciate it.
Thank you.